Before we get to your full weather with Dana, look at this Thanksgiving sunrise yesterday that Sherry sent us from Waldoboro. Thanks so much for sending that in, Sherry. Remember, you can always share your photos and videos with us using the Near Me section of the New Center Maine mobile app. That is officially my favorite one this week. That was really pretty.
That was really beautiful. I mean, you can't tell in the photo, but it was likely a lot warmer when that one was taken versus if you saw the sunrise this morning.
I did not see the sunrise this morning. I slept
worked the late shift.
Extra late, and it was an extra late night because of Thanksgiving Day football.
Yes, unfortunately our show last night did not start until today, technically speaking.
You are absolutely correct.
So our temperatures today were a bit colder than they were yesterday. We have now officially changed over into a colder air mass once again. Our high temperatures closer to the coast were in the low 40s, and areas of northern Maine had high temperatures in the 30s. We also did have some snow showers hanging around. Most of those at this point have since dissipated. There's a few over by the New Hampshire border, but not a ton throughout the rest of the state. It was also pretty windy during the day today, a trend that will continue into the day tomorrow, wind gusts about 25 to 35 miles per hour. So as we get into the day tomorrow, I think it's going to feel very cold because our high temperatures are going to be even colder tomorrow than they were today, really struggling to get out of the 30s. And despite ample sunshine, we are still going to have those gusty winds. So I think those wind chills are going to be a big factor in the forecast for tomorrow. Then overnight and into early Sunday morning, we do start to increase our cloud cover ahead of our first storm system in the 7-day forecast to discuss. This one comes in on Sunday. So Sunday late morning, we could see some snow showers around, but the heavier precipitation moves in afternoon. If you're closer to the coast, you're going to see mostly rain because this system will be pulling in some warmer air from the south, and then we will be watching the location of that rain snow line, which will continue to push farther northward throughout the afternoon and evening. I think some of this precip could be fairly heavy, especially during dinner time. On Sunday, you can see some of the oranges and yellows in the rain and some of those darker purples in the snow, so pretty heavy precipitation during that time. And then this system wraps up by the end of the day on Sunday. By 10 p.m., already clearing out of western Maine and New Hampshire, clearing out of northern and down east Maine by about midnight, and then cold and windy again on Monday. So if you're closer to the coast, you'll see mostly rain, about 1/4 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain, and then more snow the farther you get north, about 1 to 3 inches in northern Maine, though some areas could have locally higher amounts, especially the mountains close to the New Hampshire border. And another system that I think a lot of us have our eyes on is Tuesday night, and there's still some uncertainty with this system, so let's break it down. The European model, for example, has its center of low pressure a lot farther south, and then we end up with more coastal snow and lower snowfall totals overall. The GFS, however, has a much more robust system. The center of low pressure is much farther north, and we get much more widespread snow and even some mixing and maybe even some rain along the immediate coastline. So we're going to have to break this system down as we go into the weekend. Right now, we're still about 4 days away, so we're focusing right now on track and type. And as we get into the weekend, we can really nail down those snowfall totals and the timing and location of that storm. We'll keep our eyes on it. Stick with us this weekend. Seas 4 to 8 feet. That gale warning is in effect until 7 a.m., but I wouldn't be surprised if that is extended into the afternoon. So a good bit of sunshine during the day tomorrow, but very chilly, high temperatures sticking in the 30s. It'll be pretty sunny though in comparison to Sunday, which will be much cloudier in the morning, and then rain in areas of southern Maine and some snow in northern Maine throughout the second half of the day. And then Bailey, a lot of eyes are on Tuesday into Wednesday. That could be the first substantial snowstorm that the coast would get if it does start to pan out in that direction. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on that.
And look at those Tuesday and Thursday lows. They were 19, which